Hello, Potato. We started the season off small with Kit 40499, Santa's new sleigh, a lovely addition for our winter village that will replace the current Santa sleigh. It's a mere 343 pieces, didn't take hardly any time at all. Then we moved up a bit to this year's addition to the LEGO Winter Village, Kit 10293, Santa's Visit. 1,445 pieces, quite a bit larger, but by no means the largest thing for the season. See, originally I did want to add one more new set to the Winter Village this year before I put it together, and I was going to do the Harry Potter Hogsmeade set. I figured those buildings have a nice aesthetic, somewhat similar to what's already in the village. They have snow on the roofs already. They would have been nice, and I could have put them just to put a few more actual buildings in the village instead of the crowding of the park area, which LEGO's kind of forced me into the last 2 years by doing a lot of fantasy sets instead of sets like this for Winter Village. But then, right before Halloween, they announced a new contender, a new holiday set, one that I was a little iffy on. It was coming out November 1st, and the stars just kind of aligned. I had already taken November 1st off work, and I had enough LEGO VIP points to get $100 off. So yeah, I went down there to the LEGO store on the morning of November the 1st, and I picked up this. LEGO Ideas Kit number 38, overall Kit 21330, Home Alone. 3,955 pieces, which is about 700 pieces more than the Haunted House set we did for Halloween, if you're keeping track. Also quite a bit larger than Santa's Visit. And yeah, that's going to be the last addition to the Winter Village this year. Now, I would generally say that Ideas kits tend to be a little bit more impressive than your normal LEGO kits. I mean, we're still not in like $800 AT-AT territory here. But I mean, this is a pretty impressive build. It's, of course, the front of the McAllister's home. And it comes with a bunch of stuff. You got the treehouse, you've got the Wet Bandits and their van, which is nice. And it also comes with, I can turn it around without breaking anything. The house opens up, I mean, in a way that is more detailed even than your general modular city sets. Look at all the detail in here. Look at all the fiddly bits in here. This is going to take a while to put together. All these studs, all these 1x1 pieces. Yeah, this is going to be fun. But you can pick out some important things from the movie. You know, there's, of course, the dining room, the living room with the little train set up in it. We have Buzz's bedroom. Got the spider up there. I guess a lot of the booby traps actually work. I think also, yeah, it shows down here that the attic opens up as well. And we're supposed to have, I believe, the basement has a scene as well. With Wet Bandits, you got Mom, there's Mom there, you got the creepy old guy from next door with the shovel, who comes in and saves the day at the end. But this is, again, kind of like the Haunted House, one of the biggest sets I've ever put together. Again, it's a little bit bigger than the Haunted House. And it's selling for, I believe, $250 on LEGO or at LEGO Store, if they have them in stock when you go look. And I believe Shop Disney is selling it as well, but I don't remember if they're selling it for a higher price or the same price. With the bigger sets, sometimes they do the same price, but for smaller sets, they usually charge a little bit more. But yeah, this is what we're going to do today. I'm not sure how many parts this video is going to be in. Obviously, more than one. What did we do for the Haunted House? We did a bunch. Was it like 5 parts, 4 parts? Probably something around that again. Yeah, it's just too big to move around. So, well, the issue I take... So the only issue I take with this set is that in the promotional materials, I think it was LEGO called, said it was, you know, one of your favorite... Sorry, they said, your favorite holiday movie, now, the latest LEGO Idea set. And it's not my favorite holiday movie. I'm not going to be clear about that. It's not even in my top 10. I did a top 10 list years ago. And yeah, this didn't even make it on there. I don't think it even was something I considered when I was writing it up. I'm not saying it's not a good holiday movie. It's a fun holiday movie. And of course, compared to the sequel or attempts to remake, or sequels, well, there was like a third one too, wasn't there? There was one that didn't have Macaulay Culkin in it, wasn't there? And there was like the new one for Disney Plus. Yeah, those ones can all go. I mean, including the second one with Macaulay Culkin. But the original is a classic, and does deserve respect, and is a lovely family movie for the holidays. It's just not my top 10. So let's open this up and see what we have. And I'm guessing we're gonna have box in a box again, like we did with the haunted house. Can we get this? Unsurprisingly, this is not a thumb punch box, so we do need to grab a box cutter and break the seal. Honestly, at 250 bucks, I'm kind of thought this would be more expensive than this. I mean, because a lot of the pieces are small fiddly bits, but I was expecting when I saw it announced, the price would be somewhere more like $300 or $400, not $250. And again, I had credit, so went ahead and used it. And we have box and box. Oh, it's one box. Guess I'm gonna have two boxes. Nope, it's not the loose bag. So many bags. I do not think we're gonna be able to leave the box on the table while I put this one together like I did normally. Not that I think that adds anything to the video anyhow. All right, so I'm not seeing instructions here. 12, 21, 14, 18, 19, 20, 22, 21. So I guess all of our starting ones are going to be in the box, because it seems like this is all 24. Is that where we're going? Is that 24? I'm guessing that is the treehouse, I'm guessing. Well, 24 is something, but none of these are the lower number. So I guess I didn't take any of them out of the box. So let's put them all back. All right, so it looks like there are 24 bags in total. At least 24 is as high as what was in that second hour. The loose stuff. I'm gonna guess 1 through, was it 13 or 12 or whatever is probably in here. So most of the parts were only one bag, but a couple parts were 3 bags, which is an interesting choice. But I'm thinking if 24 is what it is, then we'll do, I think 6 bags per video and do this as a 4-parter. Of course, as always, all released together at more or less the same time for your viewing pleasure. We got here 7, 6. Well, if we're doing, let's do 6 aside there. 3, 8, 10. 2. There were a lot of small bits in there too. 9, 2, 5. Wait. All right. Oh, and they folded over the instruction book. I do love when they fold over the instruction book. Wow, that's a thick one, isn't it? Oh wow. Not just stickers, but 2 sheets of stickers. Oh, I love that. You know how much I love stickers. At least if you watch this channel, you do. There's 11. There's bag 1. All right, so all of this, I think, is going to go back. So parts 2 and 3, looks like they have multiple bags each. Everything else is a single bag. Let's take a look at our book. This is going to be a hard book. I think at some point, they're going to need to give up and just like spiral bind these instruction booklets. Because we're getting to points here where this is just very hard to keep open when I'm working on it. Plus, it's also just, it takes up a lot of desk space here. A lot of real estate taken up by the instructions. All right, so yeah, we got 2 sheets of stickers. I can see we've got the van, we got license plates, we got Little Nero's Pizza, family portraits, a picture of not Michael Jordan, more family pictures, pirate flag, I guess, maybe poison, I don't know, and then shiny stuff. Door to the fridge, Kevin's battle plan, which also is coincidentally the cover of the instruction book. So being an idea set, I'm sure it has something to say in the book, right? Let's see if we can't read some of that. Here we go. This is I wish they didn't fold the instructions up when they put them in the box, because this is kind of not super attractive. But let's see what it has to say. I think there's probably a lot to say in this book, so I'm probably not going to read all of it, but we'll look at it. Every holiday, Home Alone fans of all ages tune in to revisit the beautiful home of Kevin McAllister and his family, Released in 1990, the movie became a timeless classic and one of the highest-grossing comedies ever. With most of the story taking place inside or around the house, this big, cozy home is the perfect setting for rib-cracking laughs and stunts, skillfully orchestrated by an 8-year-old protagonist armed with paint cans, firecrackers, and a pet tarantula on the loose. A replica of the house was built in an old Chicago high school turned production office for all interior shots, decorated in warm red and green tones everywhere, from walls, carpets, pots and pans, to the scary furnace in the basement. Everything screams the holidays. You know, really, if you're interested in like the making of this and stuff about how they shot it, Netflix had I think holiday films that made us a couple years ago now that did an episode called Home Alone. If you've never watched Movies That Made Us, it's a great series by the people that made Toys That Made Us. Yeah, the Home Alone episode is good. I encourage you to watch it. So we got more, a lot of course in French and Spanish as well. Oh, we got more text. In English. Deck the halls with booby traps. Contrary to what the rest of the family gives Kevin credit for, he is one savvy kid. With everyone else gone, he rises to the occasion and spares no efforts as he defends his home from two ill-tempered, extremely persistent robbers, the Wet Bandits, and ultimately finds the true meaning of Christmas. Retrace Kevin's ingenious battle plan as you build and recreate your favorite scenes and stunts from the movie. And then of course the same in other languages. We've got their burning ahead, we got the aftershave scene, we've got making a mess of Buzz's room, got, I don't remember what that is, got the iron to the face, and it looks like Marv, that was Marv, wasn't it? He's got the burn mark right on his face there. Oh, there's actually text over here. Mess up Buzz's room. Pull the knob on the back of the house to make the shelves in Buzz's room collapse. Knock out Marv. Turn the lever to the kitchen cabinet to release the iron and knock Marv out in the basement. Throw a fake Christmas party. Turn the gear wheel on the side and spin the train with cardboard figure and the record player with the mannequin. Help Kevin escape. Hook the zip line from the attic window to the treehouse. There's a lot on here. I guess that's the guy who designed this, Alex Storojuk. Thank you, Alex. I hope you got well compensated for this, because you know Lego's going to make a ton of money off of it. Some more shots of the inside of the house, intricate details, which translates to fiddly bits. Lots and lots of fiddly bits. And looks like these are more designers. If you want to read that, you can go ahead and pause the video right there. Hopefully it's clear enough on the screen. But I'm not reading anymore because we're already like 10 minutes into this video and I haven't even opened a bag. Just in case you didn't know what one of these is for, I can't imagine you're buying a $250 kit and you have not used one of these before, but I guess everybody has to start somewhere, right? And I guess maybe you're not a Lego person, but you are a homo. Maybe you're Macaulay Culkin and you don't like Lego, but you do like the crowning moment of your career. And you bought this set for that. So it looks like this is going to come apart like a modular set too. Looks like the floors come apart. That I did not know. Because that's kind of how the modular builds look. They have a lot of studs not on top pieces there, so you can lift the levels off easily. That's kind of cool. I figured it just opened up from the front. You have, 24 is the tree. So it looks like we're going to start with number 1 here. Section 1 is going to be the Wet Bandits themselves, because why not start with them? Look, they've even got his police hat, so he can pretend to be a cop like at the beginning of the film. Now we're going to get right in with stickers. We got stickers already here on like page 19, which is like page 4 of the instructions. So yeah, this is going to take a while, so I guess we should just get into the fast forward and stop looking at the book. Well, I have to look at the book, but you don't need to look at the book. You are presumably here to watch me build this much, much faster than I am in reality. So let's get to that. So there we are, the end of the first part of this series of videos. We've gone through steps 146, the first 6 sections of the kit. And so far, it's coming along quite nicely. Didn't really have a lot of fiddly bits till section 6 there, where we had some decoration going on. But yeah, the first couple steps, of course, the first bag was all just building our wet bandits in their lovely little van with the opening back. And you can see in there they do have their little box of ill-gotten gains. I also stuck the crowbars in there too because they can't really hold them while they're driving. But we do have Harry and Marv. And yeah, he's got 2 faces. He's got the Ironburn face and the normal face. However, Joe Pesci here only has the one, but I guess because the hat doesn't cover the back of his head. And that seems to be how they determine what does and does not get 2 faces a lot of times. Because you could give him like a burnt face or a scared face or like a screaming face. They've done a good job of making the vehicle so it fits 2 people. It's still difficult to actually get the figures in there though. I mean, I appreciate the effort they've put into it, but yeah, just it's a little lacking. Interesting thing here. So normally with children minifigures, they have like Yoda legs. They don't bend or move, but we've actually got Kevin. Is the first time I've got a child minifigure with bendable legs. I guess because he has to sit on his sled. But it is still a different set of legs. It's a shorter set of legs, but they're movable now. And I hope we'll be seeing that in more sets, because I don't believe when I put together the Santa's Visit couple episodes ago, last episode, that the little girl in that set still couldn't like sit at her desk because she didn't have the posable legs. So I really do like that we've got posable kid legs now, and I hope that becomes the standard and we stop seeing the non-posable Yoda legs. For that matter, I also like to see them stop using them for Yoda. Let Yoda have bendable legs too. So Kevin has 2 faces. He has his normal happy face, and his screaming could be the aftershave scene or whatever. His screaming face. He comes with his little sled, which so that's supposed to slide down the stairs. That's the first. Well, we have a couple action pieces we finished here. Let's start with this one, kind of segueing naturally into it. He's supposed. I have him on backwards. That's not going to help. There we go. Now he's supposed to just sled down the stairs and hit our villains, right? But it doesn't. Actually, that worked better this time. First time he just kind of. Well, I think I pushed too hard. First time I did this. Well, no, I didn't do that. That actually is what it's supposed to do. Let's see if I can screw up this time. I can't even screw up. I screw up screwing up. This is ridiculous. All right, let's try again. Yeah, that's obviously way too hard. But yeah, if you just kind of just gently nudge it, seems to work pretty well. Why not? I mean, it works. He also comes with a bowl of ice cream, of course, from that scene. I wish there was somewhere to attach it to the bottom of the bowl so it didn't fall out. I will probably end up just kind of sticking that off in something just because that'll get lost. And of course we have his outdoor hat, which is probably more appropriate for sledding. But for now we'll leave him with the indoor hat. And we'll just put him back there. So speaking of action pieces, we also have installed, you may have noticed in the build, there's some gears under there. And that's because we have 2 rotating sections. Now, we haven't done anything with this yet, but we have done the first part, which is from the Christmas party scene. We're trying to make it seem like there's people in the house with him. And we have our absolutely not Michael Jordan cutout there on the train. Very cute. And of course, as seems to have become kind of a standard with these adult Lego kits now, this set does come with a miniature box. And I can't get it out. Let's try again. Let's use the piece that's meant. Oh, heck with it. Do it this way. Well, that's why that was a bad idea. Comes with a miniature box of the kit that you're actually putting together. Yep. Kevin has a copy of his own house in Lego. Let's put that back. Got our tree, which is very nice. Doesn't stay in place very well. But I guess this isn't really a play with set. It's an adult set. It's meant to just be displayed. And then we've built our fireplace with stockings that need to be straightened out a little bit. Not that it matters, you know, this is going to be in a display with all the little hatches closed, so no one's... Wow, I'm just knocking everything out. So actually, although that frog there brings back another issue that I have with this, and it's an issue I had back with the Brothor set too, which is things not being fastened down. I mean, this is going to have to be put in storage and stuff. I'm going to have to move it around, and I would like if things would stay, you know, where I put them. And we're already having an issue here, it seems, with this tree. But yeah, that frog's not fastened down either. So if you move this around, there's a lip here which will help hold it in place, but it's going to slide off. Otherwise, the interesting things, we have the basement windows. Of course, they have the view through them, not very spectacular. It just lets you see the piece that makes the spinny bits work. Lots of colorful pieces under there too, which seems to be the standard also in the last few years. When you're dealing with a lot of stuff that has very similar colored pieces, to put bright pieces in places that aren't going to be visible, just because it's easier to build those areas then. And then we have our central staircase. We have a little potted plant back there. Not much else to go through in the front. We have a little decoration on the back. I mean, I've seen worse. The Brothor has a bad backside. The Ghostbusters Firehouse is probably the worst one that I can think of. Just because, you know, no thought went to the outside of it at all, which is disappointing given how much went into the inside. Now we'll see how this ends up being at the end. I think there's some stuff at the back. I think there's going to be another room that attaches here, so it probably will look a little nicer back there when we're done. But basically, we've got about half we got the foundation, about half the first floor. We're a quarter of the way through the set, so probably about 1,000 pieces done so far. I think it's looking pretty good, and I'm sure it will look even better at the end of part 2, which I hope you will tune in for. I thank you for watching part 1. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and then keep an eye out for a little box to appear right around here with part 2 in it. And you can see the next half, where we're going to build, looks like maybe the rest of the first floor? Well, we're going to find out. Come back and watch the next video.